Hello there, nice slice here, coming at you from the Great White North in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Today, we're going to be looking at a Boker knife. This is a new knife for me. I actually purchased this for Black Friday. I got this from Copper and Clad. As you can see, it is a made in Solingen, Germany knife. There's their address, Deutschland. There's the model number. There's the address for Boker, USA. This knife was made in Germany. So I opened the box and this is what I see, a nice felt case. Also with the Boker logo, the tree brand. Very nice case there, good packaging. And in this case is the Boker Coffin. Also, there was a couple of pamphlets to go along with it. One is in German, one is in English. Nothing specific to this particular knife. Just goes into a bit of the history of Boker. It gives you some tips on how to care for your knife. So if you guys want to pause that, read it, you go right ahead. There's their limited warranty. QR code if you want to snap that. Check it out. There's also this hiding in there. Quality control, I'm pretty sure that's what that says. That's nice little packaging there. The knife was tucked in here and it was wrapped like a parchment paper or wax paper with, it was well oiled, believe me. When I pulled it, unwrapped it from the paper, it smelled like it was well oiled. If you understand the smell of like machine oil or whatever type of oil they used, it was well oiled. I was happy to see that. They thought about it being packaged for transport from Europe to North America here. So as you can see, the Boker Coffin does have very subtle coffin shape to this handle. This is a blue denim micarta. You can just see the fit and finish on this knife. There's no gaps. Nothing stands proud. That back spring and the handle scales are completely flush. Let's have a look at the blade. And this is Magnacut steel. This is the one and only knife I have with Magnacut. And there is the signature of the designer, a fellow named Chuck Jadratus or Gadratus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Hope I'm not massacring it too badly there. But he is known for his customs, mostly automatics, balisongs. But he lent his talents to Boker for this knife. I think that's just a sharp looking design there. It's almost a spear point. It's basically a drop point with a swedge there. You can see that the tip is a little bit more robust because of that swedge. Very tough tip on this knife. There's the Boker tree brand on the tang. Like I said, these are micarta scales. There are no liners inside there. It is just straight micarta. There is no washers on the pivot, which is very similar to the Buck TRX. There's no washers on the pivot, very simple design. This one does have fasteners, so if I chose to, I could take this knife apart, I suppose for cleaning up and maintenance, but I don't see a need for that at the moment. Very nice deep carry pocket clip. I like the design. It's got one screw holding it in there. And it actually has a slot. If I took that, put it over the other side, it would drop down in there. Give you that nice deep carry. This is a half stop on there, and it is strong pull. You hear that snap open. I've done a couple of short videos with this knife, but nothing where I actually talked about it. So I thought I'd do one tonight, considering today is known as Blue Monday, the third Monday of January. This is a blue handled knife, so I thought, yeah, let's do a video on this. It's also Martin Luther King Day to our viewers down in South. I won't sit properly with that pocket clip on there, but I did bring my scale along because it's not a heavy knife. It's not a small knife. Let's just check out the dimensions here. So open 7.5 inches, blade length of 3 1/4, cutting edge 3 inches. I did bring also, for comparison, one of my 2 case trappers. Should be very similar in size. I haven't actually held them up beside each other yet. Let's have a look here. Yeah, pretty darn close, eh? Almost identical length, actually. But the trapper, of course, has 2 blades. And you can see the difference in the body of the handle. This one does get wider, the coffin shape. Let's see what the scale says here. So that trapper, 3.84 ounces. The coffin, wow, quite a difference in weight there. So for such a large knife, you don't even notice it in your pocket. Just close this one up for safety. I did bring along another for comparison, buck 110. That seems to be the one that everybody recognizes. This is my Pro model with the S30V and the Texture G10. So you can see the 110 is quite a bit bigger, and we all know it's the true heavyweight out of the bunch. I did bring along also a buck 102 Woodsman. So as you can see, the coffin is not much smaller than that. I love these little fixed blades. These Woodsmans are great little knives. Also brought along my other premium slip joint, my buck Saunter. Just for giggles, I thought I'd bring this one out again. This one was in my last video for the show your wood handled knives, but this is another Boker, made in Germany Boker. This is the Prime Masterberg Curly Birch Barlow. So you can see the comparison there. Just put those away. So this is a high flat grind. It's not a hollow grind. I guess you could call it a saber grind, but I'm calling it a high flat grind. Satin finish. I really love the swedge on this. This blade shape looks really cool. That's what drew it to me when I first saw it. And I don't know if you can see it, but the pivot screw is not quite in line. It is a little offset closer to one side than the rear screw. I did notice that. I just love that blade shape. It's almost like a dagger. Not quite. It's got the long pull on it. Just hear that snap. So there is this little bit on the tang Does stick out a bit proud of the handle scale. If you can see that there. You can feel that a little bit on your finger. If you run your finger over that, that acts as a stop. That part right there against the back spring. It's the Boker Coffin Magnacut. There you have it.